A few years ago in high school, I had an unrealistic view on how life would be in college and transitioning into a young adult. I imagined myself playing softball at a big D1 school across the country, studying to become a vet. But when graduation finally came around, I had to succumb to the fact these childhood dreams might not come true. Instead, I decided to go to Golden West College and play softball. I thought this transition into young adulthood would be easy, but juggling softball, schoolwork, my restaurant job, a new boyfriend, and family problems at home were very stressful. During this time, my self-esteem, which the textbook describes as an individual's subjective evaluation of their abilities and limitations, was at the lowest it's ever been in my life. My low self-esteem caused me to think that I could not balance all these activities, and I would often take out my stress on my family and friends. Just recently, I decided to hang up my cleats for the last time at Golden West. The transition was very difficult because all my life my social circle was my teammates. I was going through John Daly's social personal deposition of loneliness, in which he explained that an individual's emotional distress that results from a feeling of solitude or isolation from social relationships. I became angry and depressed that without softball I didn't have a lot of friends and no longer had the energy to reconnect old friendships or start new ones. I took the stress out on my family members by yelling and talking down on them, which made my self-esteem really low. Since taking this class, I have also decided to move out with my boyfriend since things with my family became more difficult. At first, the transition was hard because my mom was angry that she was an empty nester. But as time passed, being separated made us less irritable towards each other and we started to create a stronger bond. Instead of being mad she no longer could spend all her time with me, I decided to give my mother self-compassion. According to Christy Neff, self-compassion involves offering non-judgmental understanding to one's pain, inadequacies, and failures, so that one's experience is seen as part of the larger human experience. I put myself in my mother's shoes and started to understand that her emotions were valid and I should not be putting her down for them. Since taking this interpersonal class, I have become more mindful of those around me and have started to feel great about myself. My relationship with my mother has been better than ever, and we have started to talk about things I would never tell her before. I express my emotions instead of bottling them up, and I also no longer feel angry towards others and become more social, and have also started to integrate myself with a couple new friend groups. Being around others makes me more excited to wake up in the morning and no longer feel the void of loneliness. This class has also helped me improve my emotional intelligence, which the course lecture explains as being able to use, perceive, manage, and understand emotions accordingly. My improvement in emotional intelligence has made me become more sociable and create more friends outside of softball, less socially anxious at work, and created quality relationship with my mother and other family members. There have also been some notable communication strategies that I intend to use throughout my life to improve my interpersonal relationship with my friends and families. A great strategy described by Sharipo and Carlson is a mindful practice, which is the conscious development of skills such as greater ability to direct and sustain our attention, less reactivity, greater discernment and compassion, and enhanced capacity to disidentify from one's concept of self. I can use mindful practice not only for myself, but teach my friends about mindful practice to help stressful moments in their life. Another helpful strategy to improve my communication skills with my friends is using the acronym TAP: talk first, ask questions, and prepare to listen. This technique has been great because I usually like to talk and not listen to the advice others give me. According to the textbook, you want to know that the receiver of your message understood what you said. Creating a more involved communication will positively change my interpersonal relationship with customers at work. What I have learned in this class has a big part of my daily life. Every day I communicate with new people, and since taking this class I have become more conscious of my verbal and nonverbal communication skills. I use these skills in order to make other people feel like what they are saying is valid and they can always have a safe place to talk about their problems. These strategies have also helped me solve my friends' relationship and family problems at home.